Oh, hey everyone. Just recently became a Twitch affiliate, and of course, there's a busy little thing after filling out tax forms for the US is making emotes and stuff like that. So, as you can see here, I've sort of like got standard emotes for of course, I've got the freebies, and do some tier ones here, keep those ones free for like things like Christmas and everything else like that. But also got like tier levels, so you've got to do a standard emote for that. So that's what my plan is today, and pretty much show you how I approach it. So first of all, as you can see, I'm pretty much just sticking to like a worded one instead of a cartoony one or animation one. So pretty much what I do is go into get GIMP. GIMP is free and it's available on the Microsoft Store on your Windows. So it pretty much relies on donations to have it running and stuff like that. So pretty much, if you look, actually, I'll go back to this. Pretty much, if you have a look at it, it's sort of like what the size it wants is. Sort of like wants to be less than 1 megabyte, and so resolution between 112 by 112 pixels and 4,900. Or start again, 4096 by 4096 pixels. So pretty much what I do is probably just go like get a new one up. Probably just stick to the height of 1080 and probably change that to 1080 as well, so with the width. So if I do, it's just do that. Give you just a plain thing, and when it gives you just a plain background, you can actually take the background away once you're finished there and stuff like that, but I'll keep it up for now. And you can do a whole heap of other things with it, this and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into big details with it because it's more making a emote for them more than showing them how to use GIMP. So there's plenty of YouTube videos for that out there. So pretty much if I click there and come over here, I already got it on the Burbank big condensed because I'm going to stick to Fortnite theme, so I'm using the Fortnite font. It's at 200. So if I go, well, I have my idea off is that now go and start a new one and go crown with a capital W and now I might have to do some, a little bit of filling here and stuff like that. So I might boost that up to 300. See what it looks like. That looks pretty good. Probably just reposition it so it'll be like at arm's way and in the corner, basically, roughly. Pretty much with the crown. Probably boost that up to like probably 400. Maybe a little bit more. Just bring it in a little bit. Not that one. That one. Probably yeah. Probably make it 450. That'll do. But I want to really emphasize on the W. You know, the big W when you winning and stuff like that. So I'll probably make that a little bit more bigger. Probably bring that up to like about 550. Of course, it's gonna push the N off the edge. Oh, wrong one again. That should do it. So I sort of like have a method to my madness of why I put a capital W and made it a little bit more bigger than all the rest of the crown wording. Because I've actually got myself, you'll pretty much did a Google search and got myself a copy of a PNG version of the crown, or victory crown. Alright, well, pretty much just roughly placed it where I wouldn't mind having it and stuff like that. I just want mine getting a little bit more bigger. So if I do Shift S, grab a corner, just, yeah, probably just bring it sort of the ears of it, probably just nearing the bottom of the other wording. Probably just remove it down a little bit. So make it look like sitting on the top of the W a bit. That'll do it. And probably, I wouldn't mind seeing if I could just tip it over a little bit if I can. Rotate, Shift R, okay. So if I do Shift R, and there we go, just probably just point it about there, and there we go. And just do a thing of just probably leaving it like that. That'll do me fine. Just make sure it's sort of like just sitting on the W, basically. It's sort of like his W's being crowned. So that's pretty much the tactic I look at. So if I go back to this, because I want to probably do away with the color arrangement here. So if I click that, bring that up, see if I can bring up a yellow that I've already used from past projects. Probably just a tad a little bit bright, but I'll just darken it up a little bit. That'll do it. It's probably a good idea to actually sort of like use decent bright colours and stuff like that, make it stand out and readable, especially with a small size it is in your chat and everything else like that. So probably think of like if you see those like deep bright colours, you know, the deep reds, deep yellows, greens and stuff like that. You probably, you know, if you look at what sort of like the clothing they have in Africa and stuff like traditional clothing they have in Africa, that's sort of like that strong sort of bright colours. You probably could probably stand out quite a lot from there, but with my crown wording, I'll bring it up. There we go. I'm more or less wanting to try and see if I can do a bit more of a goldy colour on it, so like to make it look like it's actually, you know, a good crown colour and stuff like that. So probably, and quite click on it. Probably click on the wording button first. Probably go with more of that colour instead. Just yeah. I can easily hide the background. Alrighty, so I'm going to put a little bit of a border around all these. So if I go to, like, that's my crown, go Alpha 2 selection, and if I right click on it here, you go view, or actually it's select, grow. I'm going to bring up to 6. I'll go OK. Then go new layer. I go OK. I come over here and select the color I've already prearranged. Okay, and go dink. And make sure that's below that's my wording. I'll have some like extra bordering around the extras outside of the thing. So I've picked that particular blue to make it look like if it's the Victory Royale, the little paint slash thing they have when you win a match. So if I do the same for this one, so Get this back. Click on do the wording, or make sure it's that's thing there. Right click, alpha selection, edit, or was it? No, select. Grow, take it to 6. Go, add new layer. Okay. Then go to whatever color you want it. I've had it selected on like a dark or like goldy color. Hit OK, then come over here and go, if it'll let me, pick someone that's, oh hang on, that was over on paint brush, ain't it? Yeah, there we go. And alright, slide it down. There you have it. I know there's nothing spectacular, but I'm quite happy with it and everything. So I'll just leave the crown the way it is. I could actually put like a little border around it, but you know, with toss up between dark mode and light mode and stuff like that, with your browser and stuff like that, I might just better off just leaving it as it is. So yeah, there you have it. So now what we'll do is go here to File, go Export As, give it a name. So that's export it. It'll bring up a little thing there. I'll just leave it alone and everything else like that and do an export. Now the other thing to check is to make sure that it's actually below 1 megabyte. Yep, it is. So if I just minimize that for now, bring back up my Twitch thing, click there, grab the thing I wanted to put up. There you have it. Give it a name. And upload. Now, of course, this has to be checked and everything else like that. I shouldn't really have any problems with that because there's nothing provocative or anything like that. And eventually times it will have a tier 3 emote for your tier 3 subscribers. So yeah, hopefully that's a little bit on the handy side for doing something in the way of free emotes. So it says subscribing down below. Until next time, have a good one.